In a world filled with magic and mystery, the story of Kelvin, a young man who has been reincarnated into a new realm, unfolds. Stripped of his memories and awakening in a foreign land, Kelvin finds himself in a bewildering situation, unsure of his whereabouts or purpose. However, his journey takes an unexpected turn when he hears a mysterious voice welcoming him into this unfamiliar world through a strange floating menu. Kelvin, still confused, gets to know that he agreed to have his memories erased in exchange for powerful skills. Upon hearing this, Kelvin goes into a state of shock, and at the same time, the menu opens up the status window showing Kelvin the new skills he has. Seeing his newfound skills, Kelvin feels a sense of power, knowing he can summon and double his stats. Then the voice tells him he has to travel to a nearby town to register to become an adventurer. While he's on his way, he asks the menu if it'll be joining him throughout his journey. And that's when the voice reveals something that makes Kelvin's head spin. The voice tells Kelvin that it is actually the goddess Melfina, who Kelvin had fallen in love with. Then, in utter confusion, Kelvin can't help but figure out how he can fall in love with someone and keep loving her if he has had his memories erased. He demanded to see Melfina. However, his request was declined, as he must become stronger first. Kelvin then makes his way to the Adventurers Guild, ready to register. At that point in time, he did not disclose that one of his skills was that of a summoner, as Melfina had already told him that he cannot reveal this skill, because if people found out, kings would go to war just to get Kelvin on their side, as the summoner skill is extremely rare. To his astonishment, Kelvin also discovers that he possesses the unique distinction of being the only S-ranked summoner in the entire world. While others may boast of their prowess as summoners, Kelvin stands alone at the pinnacle of this craft, with others merely attaining ranks of B or C. This revelation adds a weighty responsibility to his journey, as he realizes that he carries the hopes and expectations of summoners worldwide. Armed with these newfound skills and new companion Clotho, and the knowledge of his rare summoner status, Kelvin returns to the town where his adventures began. However, his return is marked by a disheartening encounter, an elf locked in a cage, treated as a mere slave. Kelvin's inner turmoil intensifies as he confronts the grim reality of slavery that permeates this world. Though troubled, he remains silent. Then he heads over to the inn where he gobbles down his first meal in this world. As days pass by, Kelvin tries out new skills, completes missions, and starts moving up the ladder. He even learns about his concealment skills, which he can use to hide his status. However, people around the guild start to get suspicious of Kelvin as they wonder how he is doing so well so fast. That's when the D-ranked adventurer Cashel comes into the picture. Cashel, a noble of the Tri-Sun Nation, initially presents himself as an ally to Kelvin, proposing a joint endeavor to hunt down a black ghost knight. Intrigued by the offer, Kelvin entertains the idea, but instead of accepting Cashel's proposition outright, he suggests a friendly competition to determine who can slay the monster first. But what Kelvin is unaware of is the fact that Cashel is secretly plotting to harm him. He did use his appraisal skills to see that Cashel had a murderous title, but then again, he was just suspicious and not 100% sure. When the time came, Cashel and his party confronted Kelvin at a ruined castle. Their plan was to attack and kill him. But Kelvin, with his skills and instincts, suspected their true intentions. To their surprise, Kelvin proved to be stronger and outsmarted them, defeating Cashel and his companions, Raj and Gimel. As Cashel and his party were defeated, they confessed their wicked deeds. They admitted that they had been hunting and harming new players for personal gain. Kelvin, shocked by their actions, captured them and planned to turn them in for punishment. This victory against Cashel's party was a crucial moment for Kelvin. It reminded him of the dark side of the world he was in. That's when he crosses paths with Gerard, a warrior consumed by a thirst for revenge. This unexpected encounter marks the beginning of a profound alliance and the formation of a new party, united by shared goals and a desire to bring justice to the world. But before they could trust one another, they had to fight to see each other's true strengths. In a neck-to-neck fight, Gerard attacks Kelvin, which he barely dodges. Then Kelvin uses air magic to bind Gerard. He then recalls his purpose: revenge. Gerard, a seasoned warrior, harbors deep scars from a tragic past. He reveals the heartbreaking tale of a kingdom destroyed and the loss of his beloved wife and daughter. Fueled by grief and a burning desire for vengeance against Gildora, the one responsible for his personal tragedy. Recalling all this brings anger to Gerard, and he breaks the lock Kelvin put him in and charges straight at him. With the help of Clotho, Kelvin manages to save himself and presents a piece of Gerard's armor to the guild to show he has completed the mission he was put on. But this was just a cover-up. Inspired by Gerard's unwavering determination and his tragic tale, Kelvin recognizes an opportunity to make a difference. He extends his hand, inviting Gerard to join his party alongside their loyal companions Clotho and Malfina. Together, they forge a powerful bond, driven by a shared sense of justice and a commitment to seek retribution. Following this triumph, Kelvin has a run-in with Leo, the guildmaster. The conversation between Leo and Kelvin reveals many secrets and mysteries. But that is something you'll find out in our upcoming video, so keep an eye out for it.